Hi, I'm Rob and this is Gems of War. In this video I'm going to show you the team I'm going to use for this class challenge in the Knight class. Right, we are restricted to Knights from Sword's Edge in this, so pretty restrictive, but you can help the way this works by grabbing tier 1 from the shop. This will give you a potion of enchantment, which means all your troops will start enchanted at the start of each and every battle, which is going to be really handy, so I'm absolutely going to grab that. One thing to warn you of, don't be severely tempted to get this tier 5 weapon and spend a load of gems doing that. It is the class weapon, which basically means you will get this weapon for free once you get 250 wins in the Knight class, so no need to spend a fortune on gems obtaining that. You're going to get it for free eventually anyway, and if you'd want to put your troop into the Knight class, you can get that actually pretty quickly. Right, now to the actual fight itself. You can do those troops in those fights in any order you like, no need to do them as they stand there, and this is really straightforward. This Ulfharrigan deals true damage to 3 random enemies, and if an enemy is wounded, deal an extra 10 damage and has a summon at the same time. That is the main reason he is there, for that true damage to 3 different enemies and that extra damage. But we can really help this along. Thunderbird deals 50, in my case, true damage to an enemy, but if there's a storm, deal 15 true damage to all enemies, then remove the storm. But that doesn't matter, because we're in Stormcaller class, which means we conjure a lot of storm when my turn begins. So as soon as that storm gets taken away, we create another storm. So we're going to be continuously doing that 15 true damage, which on the top of Ulf's damage means if we collect yellow or blue or brown, all of them are going to cause a really good amount of damage, and it is pretty much as simple as that. As far as the banners go, I'm in +2 yellow, +1 blue, -1 red, and we're in the Stormcaller class because we need that light storm every single turn, so we get that bonus damage. As far as the talent trees go, I'm in resistance, purification, wind speed. I'll just double check these. I didn't actually check these earlier. Make sure all these are relevant. Don't actually dust storm could be handy. Yeah, we'll have that. We'll have dust storm. Yellow alloy's going to attack is probably better. It's not that great, but it's better than nothing. And think of those games where you've lost a game by just 1 point here and there, then it can actually make a difference. Right, I'm happy with that. Let's jump in. So we started enchanted. So as soon as we get brown or blue, we'll be ready to rock and roll and knock out 3 of their people absolutely straight away, and by then we can collect the rest of the mana required for the weapon and finish them off. And all the other Ulfharrigans got charged at the same time, as you saw then, so basically we'll be able to cast them back to back if we choose at the same time. Really easy team to use. We're going to be getting this light storm literally every single round, so when we do that damage, we get the bonus damage to the rest, even though that normally targets only one opponent, and that literally just wipes out the entire batch of enemies for now anyway, because 15 true damage isn't huge. Basically the enemy is going to have more than that eventually, but that's where Ulfharrigan comes in handy as well, because it does an extra 10 damage if they're wounded, which they will be because we hit them with that first. So a really good team that works very well together. We can aim that at literally anybody we want, because that 15 damage is going to affect literally everybody else. Make super short work out of this first batch. Can't get yellow, we'll grab blue. And we'll just grab brown because it was nearest. That's going to take care of 3 of them straight away. Now we can finish off collecting yellow for the hero and finish off the little lady there. Couple of class sigils as we go along. Again, hit the first one. Well, actually, hit the one actually, which has got In this case, at the moment, you want to hit somebody that's got more than 15 on their life. Like that one had more, I think, than 15 life, but the others, importantly, had less than 15 life, which means that bonus damage is going to take them out immediately. That's the cool thing about this weapon. As I explained, it removes the storm after it does that bonus 15 damage, but because we're in Stormcaller, we start another storm at the start of each round, so we kind of cheat the game a little bit in that way. So here, we'll just hit somebody that's got the most true damage. I mean, life, which is Matey Boy there. Didn't quite wipe out the other ones though, but we're about to get our Ulfs charged up. And now wipe out the rest. That's quite a lot of damage this team does when you think about it, because this weapon here does 50 true damage, for me anyway. Obviously it depends upon your magic level and your level in general in the game, but that extra 15 true damage is really handy for newer players in the game, because that's written in black and that means that is set in stone amount. Even if you're a really new player and you're getting a really low amount of, you know, damage, say it could be 5 or 6 or 7 or 8, something like that, if you're like a really new player, and that 15 true damage could be maybe double what you're going to do normally. So that's a real good weapon for early players to use, combined with him there as well as, and also doing that extra damage. This team works out really, really well, and it just works superbly with each other. Grab that anyway, just as a matter of course. I'll grab this blue because we're going to have to cast twice. Even though we do that damage to one and then that 15 true damage to everybody else, we may as well get this blue now, because by the time we cast this, take somebody out, we'll take out him because he's annoying. And then next round, look, we've got the next Ulf Harrigan charged up and he's ready to cast. And it gets the job done. Sometimes it's better to be a little bit patient and wait one more round while collecting a colour that you need, rather than casting straight away and having to wait an extra round, because maybe the colour won't be there anymore on the next turn. Grab that because it will cause a little more of a cascade, even though it didn't really do anything. Again, we'll grab this blue now while it's there, just in case the AI nicks it. Grab that anyway, just because we can. As you see, all the Ulf Harrigans are going to get charged quite quickly as well, so this team is going to probably be good enough to go the whole way through this event with absolute ease, because they do a lot of damage. True damage to 3 random enemies, which negates or ignores the armor basically, and then if they're wounded, which they will be if we cast this weapon first, then we're absolutely going to do a ton of damage, which the AI will not last long. So a nice straightforward team. When I make these teams, I do like to make them as straightforward as possible. There's no need to make them overcomplicated sometimes with, you know, changing a certain colour to this and changing a certain skull to that. Sometimes just making it overcomplicated for the sake of it. The idea with these kind of events to me is to get them done as quickly as you can. And they're worth doing. The extra XP you get from these and the rewards doesn't sound much, but it certainly adds up. We've done round 1. It's only 1,000 gold and 5 gems, but if you're a lower level player, that's really, really worth collecting. And as you go along, collecting more and more, this XP, again, just makes things just happen just that little bit faster. If you fancy getting more tiers from the shop, obviously you can do. You'll get more trial sigils to go even further. More XP, more troops, more gold, more souls, all things which are really, really handy, especially if you're a newer player. I'll just finish this bit off. Didn't actually mean to exit that then. And I'll just do these 5 here and then call it a day. Just show what I mean. You can actually do these in any order you want. If you want to do Queen Isabel first, which is not a bad thing, then you can. We'll grab the brown we need. There's no yellow there, so we can grab another batch of brown which has got all the Ulfs charged up. This is why it's handy to have a team like this, because even though we weren't ready with a weapon, the damage that Ulf does is plenty enough to wipe out the team. And we'll do it in reverse order just because we can, just to be a bit different. A little bit of a new player tip here as well. Don't always be tempted by taking things like this. This is totally unnecessary. It's a colour which you don't use. You don't use green either, and it's going to spoil the yellow match up here, which is one we do actually need. So just give it to the AI sometimes and collect the colour which you actually need. It's not always essential to grab a 4 match or an extra turn literally just because it's there. Sometimes it's literally not worth doing. And that was one of the cases in point. Oh, have we got any other colours at all? I'm not seeing anything. That's when you might as well take it if there's no colours that we use available, and you just see what else drops down. Two more sigils, 3 more folks to go before we call it a day. Game, you're a day. Still have no idea why I say that. I say it nearly every time. It doesn't get any funnier, but still I say it. Alright, I'll get that now. Hit somebody with the highest life, Kaboosh. And Ulf will take out the rest. As ever, if you found the video useful or enjoyable, it'd be cool if you hit that like and subscribe button. It's free, why not? And it helps me out. And surely you want to do that because you're a nice person, aren't you? And tell. Even though I can't see you from here, I can just tell you're one of those nice people that likes helping people out. Nothing doing on our colours here. That will do. I'm not going to quite finish them off now because we're only getting 15 bonus damage, which has left that last one on a tiddly bit. We'll give the middle Ulf a bit of action, why not? It's been sitting there doing nothing all game so far. Alright, last one. Hyndla Frostground. Prepare to meet thy doom. Nice start on yellow, thank you very much. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. And bish bash bosh, and it is over. There it is. Thanks for watching. Catch you again next time. Bye for now. Remember to collect your rewards at the end as well. That's important. The game will give them to you anyway. If you don't remember, they'll be there for you to collect next time. But it's nice to collect them. Just have a little gander at what you got. Bye for now.